Hi, welcome back to Veterans Did You Know? We're still here in the jobs fair on the LST, and I'm with the Representative Labonte. And Colleen, thanks for coming down, number one. And thank you for your support in the House of Representatives on all the legislation we go. And we got some pretty good pieces passed here. This one is which one, the CDL?
Yeah, so and this has actually been signed into law at this point. This gives the veterans a designation on their driver's licenses so that whenever anyone were to look at their driver's license, they can see immediately that they were a veteran and have served our country. So.
And that's huge. We want that for a couple of reasons, because a lot of businesses and will give out veterans preference, if you will, or discounts, and vets said, and we have an old Navy guy just walked by. Well, yeah, what are you going to do?
Here we go.
That's okay, Dan, because we're able to shoot right through your ear. We can see both sides. It worked out just fine. Don't worry about it. Oh, here we go. Here's our other representative here. Yes. And Representative Hovey Wright's here. But anyway, what this bill was to put a V on your driver's license. If you want it as a vet, it's not mandatory. If you want to have that, then you can signify you and identify you as a veteran from the state of Michigan. And it recognizes your service, and it's a very important thing to do, and we're very proud that the state of Michigan decided to do that. And I don't know if there's any other states that I've run across yet who has done that, who's actually allowed the vet to put that on their driver's license. So it's a good thing to have.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think being able to, as a veteran, being able to show that I have served our country, and to let people know, this is someone that we need to be honoring and giving our thanks to for all the service that they've done. So.
Because I know you can get a driver's license plate done if you want to have that done too, and be proud of who you are and that you served. And it's really nice that the state is backing us up. And I'm telling you, we got a ton of legislation coming down for veterans on educational stuff and training and get them in employment. There's some really good things for vets. Michigan, it ranks 11th in the nation with the number of vets we have, but we've been kind of lagging on what we get back for our vets as far as compensation, disability. And so the House and Senate now this is not a non-political issue. This is just helping vets out. Are coming together, reaching across the aisle. And let's get this legislation passed and get it pushed through. And we appreciate you doing that very much.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Dave.
All righty. All right, we'll go on down the road and talk to some more folks. Thanks. We're still at the jobs fair aboard the LST. It's kind of noisy down here, but with me is General Smith, who is the head of Workforce Development, State of Michigan. Did I get that?
No, Veteran Services Division of the Workforce Development Agency.
All right, retired military, and he's still out here helping our vets out and getting jobs. General, this is the second annual. I know you were here last year,
right,
and you came back this year. And what do you think about the whole thing?
As I said in my opening remarks, George Washington would be very proud of Muskegon, because you're showing that you do care about vets, what's going on, and you're bringing veterans and employers together to move the whole county and region forward. So this is fantastic.
And you said something in your opening remarks out there about Michigan has kind of moved off the bad boy list, or we're moving up.
We're no longer at the bottom. I got the note in from the Assistant Secretary of Labor as of May 13th, and Michigan was no longer in the top 5 on the bottom. Yeah. And so that means that employers in Michigan are responding, the economy is responding, and the veterans that are coming back are showing why they need to be hired.
Well, and it's your men and women that you have out in the field out here too that are doing things like this, are putting these job fairs on and going to the employers and making them aware of what a resource we have in our veterans and taking a good hard look at them, and they're liking what they see. And so that's kudos to you and your program, because you guys are out there spreading the word in every county. You're out there. So.
Yeah, we cover all 83 counties. I can't be more proud of my colleagues out there on the Veteran Services Division. Making a difference, and we got our state approving agency, because we have several, like Baker College and a few other colleges here and institutions where veterans go to school so they can be ready to be job ready. So it takes sometimes, you're not always job ready. Sometimes you have to get a little certification program or a little education, and then you're job ready. So it's a process. So we're working together as a process, and you've got a community here that's also embraced what they have as one of their treasures, and by saying thank you, like the ship is a monument of thank you. But these job fairs from Muskegon, and just the very fact that you have the mayor and the state senator and the local politicians here says we care, it makes a difference.
I'm glad you said ship, because I'm like you. The first time I said the boat, and I got reamed out pretty good. I'm an old Air Force guy in your Army, so we just call them boats. They're ships. So you picked up real good on yours. I still call it a boat. And I get chastised every now and then.
I want to say thank you to you, Dave, and your organization, because you as the County Veteran Services Officer, you all are making a critical difference. The collaboration of the county resources, bringing them together, and as you all move forward and trying to put in a Veterans Court out here, which I will be working with you all to bring that in here too. So this is a case. State, federal, and local government is working together to service a population.
All right. Well, thanks, General. Thanks you for your time again. Good to see you as always, and we'll keep plugging away, buddy.
Okay,
thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Hey, okay, we're still interviewing on the LST. We're walking around the different businesses and organizations that are down here presenting today. Over 62 businesses and another 12 or 14 organizations providing information. And I'm with the Entrepreneurs Source. Right. Tim, thank you for coming down today, and tell us what you guys do.
We're coaches. We work with people that are in employment transition, either thinking of making a change or they may be unemployed, both veterans and other people. We represent several hundred different franchises. We talk to people about the option of being self-employed versus looking for a job in the private sector. And through coaching them, we take them through a discovery process where we find out what their needs are, their goals are, their expectations. Talk to them about what kind of income, lifestyle, and wealth they'd like to work towards. And with that, we kind of paint a picture, and then we start working with them to find out if there is something out there that they could get into, that their skill set would work with, that their financial system would work with, and then we work with them to find something to present to them. And then once we have found some things, usually 3 or 4 different business models, we have them look at those and do a validation with those and see if indeed it is something that they thought it would be. So it's a discovery process, an educational process with the people. We serve as their coach, and there's no charge to the clients when we're doing this. We're kind of working like sales agents for selling a house, much like a realtor does. We work with the franchisors, and we get paid by them for bringing them pre-qualified candidates.
Well, you know, it's ironic because a lot of I don't know, at the vet center, I've had so many vets walk in and say, you know, I can't find a job. I got all these skills, but it's not. I don't want to work in a shop. I've always thought I could do something else. They got something. So what you're able to do is take them and sit down and say, what would you like to do, basically, and see if you have the skill sets or what would you have to do to get to where you got to go, and did you think about all these other opportunities?
Exactly.
Because that's what most people do. Say, I had this great idea, but I just didn't know where to go with it, so I just plug it away over here and I'm not happy. So.
That's right, and that's what we do for people. It is a process that we take them through. A lot of people are afraid to step out of the box, something that they're comfortable with, and look at it. We try to coach them along that way to give them some more self-confidence and to make a decision, to get them to a point of clarity. Is this something I can do or isn't it? And we'll help them along, you know, to that point. I was in business for 38 years in the Grand Rapids area in various different, you know, retail venues. So I got a lot of experience that way, and you can start to tell if a person's going to be able to do it or not. The thing about working with franchises, one of the things there is it kind of broadens the base of people that can qualify and run a business, because there's a system there that the people can follow. And particularly with veterans, the franchises like the veterans because they've got there's a proven entity there that can follow directions having been in the service.
Yeah, so that's if you're out there and you're a vet and you kind of give them a reality check, is, you know, you're not really cut out for that. Or just go down and find out what is my options. You know, remember when you first went in the military, you took all those tests, and they put you in a career field they were short on, basically. But there was a lot of other career fields that you were also eligible for, but you never thought about. And this way, coming to see you guys, you can kind of guide them, say, well, you know, you might be suited for this, or this, and then screen them and say, you know, really, you should be looking at this area, you should be looking at that area type stuff.
Exactly. We ask that they keep an open mind because it's usually an area that they haven't considered before. And even ones that have considered going into business, we found over time that 95% of the people that end up going into business end up with us in something that they hadn't considered before or may have dismissed prematurely. So they really have to keep an open mind. Anybody that's looking for a job today has got to really look at all options out there. So we're there to help them if one of the options might be self-employment.
So if you're a vet sitting out there and you're underemployed, unemployed, or employed but not happy, and you always had in the back of your mind you think you'd be good at this is the man you probably want to get a hold of. And how would he go doing that, Tim?
You can check on the website for the Entrepreneur Source. You can check on my, give me an email, which is tpmariner, M-A-R-I-N-E-R, @gmail.com. We will be putting on some area meetings in the Grand Rapids area. In June, we got one planned through the Michigan Works to get veterans in there, and other people, but primarily targeted at veterans, to kind of open their eyes and show them some opportunities. So you can check with the Michigan Works in Grand Rapids also. Hopefully we'll be able to do that in some surrounding cities this summer also.
So if you're a vet, you know, Michigan Works, we have Norris Ellis, we have a representative of that organization, works at the vet center. So if you come up to the vet center and get registered to work first, he'll be able to plug you in, so you'll know when they're going to have their training sessions and stuff, and do that. So if you're sitting out there and you're not happy, do something about it. Get off your butt and do something about it. So thanks for coming today and being here at the job fair. Really appreciate it. Thank you a lot.